Hey guys, another van vlog here for you. This one's going to be a little bit interesting. I want to talk about how do you show up as a man. A lot of you are doing various different things. Some of you are in business, some of you are in ministry, some of you you're married, some of you are not married, kids, some of you don't have kids. How do you show up as a man? How do you show up at work? How do you show up as a husband? How do you show up as a father? That's coming up. So I'm going away for the weekend in Ottawa, and the van is lacking some washer fluid. So I'm making sure that Chelsea has that so that everything that she needs in order to do what she needs to do is going to get done. Okay, so we got the washer fluid in the van. Chelsea's going to be using the van this weekend while I am ministering in Ottawa. But make sure that if you're going anywhere that your vehicle is well maintained. I know that it sounds like something that's very obvious, but there are times where we just don't check the oil, or we don't check the tire pressure, or we don't check to see if all the fluids are going. She could be on the highway and then all of a sudden her windshield get all fogged up or slushed up or whatever, dirty, and not have the washer fluid. So make sure that you show up for your family in these practical ways. Even before leaving, I'll leave her some money. This is a really good tip. If you can afford it, leave your wife $100 before you go away for a weekend. Even if it's a work weekend, if it's a guy's weekend, you might need to leave more money. No, I'm just kidding. But make sure that your wife and your family have what they need. Make sure there's food in the fridge. Make sure that there's gas in the vehicle. Make sure the fluids are in the vehicle. Make sure that you're able to show up even when you're not around. Showing up for your business. Sometimes you run into difficulties that you cannot control. I had something like this happen with a client even this morning, where something just wasn't working properly, and I had to go into my system and fix things and call the client and say, I'm going to ratify the situation. Just one of the ways that you need to show up. I was on my way somewhere else, and now I'm kind of in front of the laptop, making sure that what needs to get done gets done. No matter what you do for work, whether you work a job, whether you work for yourself, it's all about showing up and showing up with excellence consistently and making sure that the job gets done. I remember when I was working at the hotel, there were just things that needed to get done every single day in order for my day to run smoothly. I got in early. I set up my machines because I had 4 industrial washing machines to wash all the linen in the hotel. Each of them held 400 pounds. I would unload my machines. I would make sure that the doors were open and ready to receive the stock so that I was set up for my day. I would check my soaps, make sure that I had everything that I needed in order to make the day run smoothly. Now, thank God that I do not have to show up at 5:30 in the morning and wash linen all day now, but there are other ways that I have to show up. I pastor full time. I coach creatives and mentor entrepreneurs. There are many things that I do where I need to be showing up on the regular, consistently, and working for people, making sure that I'm serving them well. The next people to show up for are your kids. I spent a lot of this past summer every Tuesday and every Thursday night. Actually, I was with my son Josiah. So I would be with Josiah from 6 to 8 every Thursday, sitting out in the sands, cheering him on. Now in the wintertime, my son Judah has deck hockey, and he loves it when dad's there cheering him on. So showing up for your kids is super important. Sometimes there are previous obligations, but showing up for your kids is a big deal. They will remember that. This is a big one, and oftentimes we leave this one out. Showing up for yourself. Are there any hobbies that you have? How do you nurture yourself? Because you need to show up for other people, but the best way to do that is if you are able to be nourished. One thing for me is reading the Bible and spending time with God, worshiping God, praying, getting myself aligned with Him. Second thing that I do is I do stuff for me. So I'm about to go and have some delicious Vietnamese food, and that's going to be pretty awesome. I like to play guitar. I've been playing guitar for 20 years. I like to play pool. These are a few things that I do for me in order to nurture myself so that I can show up in the best version of me for other people. So learning how to show up for your family, show up for your work or your business, show up for your kids, show up for yourself. These are all crucial things in order for you to show up as a man day to day. Keep going, you guys. You got this. Bless you.